Meron ba kayong nakikitang posibilidad na magkaroon ng anything that is quite surprising in terms of the hearing, the trial that will start today?
Sa akin sa pantaha kung ang susundin natin ang mga pronouncements ng mga senators, no, sa mga interviews nyo in the past, no, mukhang tuloy-tuloy po ngayon ang pre-trial, ang trial proper. And that is after the pre-conference on the 18th, 22, 23, 24, and 25 June. And the prosecution, I think, and the defense would be ready now to represent their respective clients. So wala akong nakikitang balakid, but of course, we will not discount the possibility na magkakaroon ng mga motions, particularly with respect to the admissibility of certain document na gusto nilang pakita sana sa House Committee on Justice. But at the same time, hindi rin natin. May sinasabing isang senator na magpa-file daw siya ng motion na lahat ng mga proceedings at saka na ipresenta during the trial proper, dapat recorded daw lahat yun. Which I think is a little bit superfluous because yung po namang proceedings sa trial proper would be recorded by the Secretariat nonetheless.
Opo. Let's talk specifically about the Supreme Court. Ano po, Attorney Rico? Meron ba tayong inaasahan or meron pa bang posibilidad na at this late hour, maaaring magpahayag o magdesisyon ng Supreme Court relative to whether the trial should proceed or not?
Well, meron yatang petition si dating Senate President, no? Si Alan Peter Cayetano. But as far as the records are concerned, mukhang yatang hindi yata gumagalaw yun. At mukha yatang pahintulatan ng Supreme Court na mag-resume na ang proceedings, particularly para sa start ng or commencement ng trial proper. So walang nakikita sa horizon na merong magkakaroon ng issuance ng TRO or anything of that nature.
Attorney, mamaya po, mukhang admin naman po yung mga pag-uusapan, some rules that we have to clarify. Nakikita niyo po ba na magiging maaksyon ang day one natin for the impeachment trial?
Meron yata nga binigay na pahayag ang isang spokesperson ng prosecution na mukha yatang wala masyadong mangyayari ngayon in terms of presentation of evidence, but more of the administrative aspects ng trial. Particularly, I think magkakaroon yata ng initial argument, di ba nakalagay sa Article 10, I think, dapat magkakaroon ng opening argument ang prosecution and counterpart nila sa respondent magkakaroon ng opening statement as well. So, yan ang ating inaasahan ngayon.
Kanina narinig ko po yung isang interview nila Sir Robert at Tita Dorais na tinitinan nila, no, hinihimay nila paano ang magiging galaw ng defense. Mukhang hindi nila ihaharap ang Vice Presidente or at least put her on the witness stand because of the fear of cross-examination. So, we might expect na baka hindi talaga umattend sa trial proper dun sa mismong tanungan days ang Vice Presidente. But do you think she might appear today or are you expecting na dapat po ba siyang magpakita kahit on the first day man lamang?
Kung babalansin natin ang diskusyon ng ating pinag-usapan, Rika, huwag naman natin sabihin because afraid siya maging subject to cross-examination. Huwag natin pangunahan po yun. No? So let's be fair. Neutral tayo. No? So nasa sa Defense Counsel po yun kung ipipresent nila si VP Sara dito. Pero at the same time, kung hindi siya dumating, at meron naman siyang representation ng mga abogado niya, tuloy-tuloy po yun. Sabi po ng leadership ng Senate na whether she appears or not, they will proceed accordingly.
Okay. Attorney Rico, begging your indulgence, sir. Meron lang tayong papasok na flash report. Please stay with us.
DZMM Radyo Patrol Flash Report.
Nico Bagsik, go ahead please.
Rika at Peter, kinumpirma ni Sandigan Bayan 3rd Division Justice Carl na nailabas na nila ang warrant of arrest laban kay Senador Rodante Marcoleta para sa kasong plunder. Kasama dyan sila ang kanyang mga co-accused na si dating ating
Nico,
Kay Margaret. Yes.
napuputol lang linya mo, medyo kembot ka pa kanan. Ang naintindihan namin,
Yes.
nailabas na ang warrant of arrest.
Nailabas na.
Oo.
Yes, Rika. Nailabas na ang warrant of arrest laban kay Senator Rodante Marcoleta at sa kanyang co-accused na si dating kongresistang si Mike Defensor at yung dalawang private individuals na di umano ay nagbigay ng funding dito sa kanyang kampanya noong nakaraang taon. Kaya ibig sabihin nito, anumang oras ay pwede nang maaresto ang senador kasama ang kanyang tatlong co-accused. Antabayanan pa ilang detalye sa balitang ito maya-maya lamang dito sa ating himpilan. Yan ang balitang kumpirmado, sigurado. Ito ang Radyo Patrol, Nico Bagsik, DZMM.
Maraming salamat, Nico Bagsik.
DZMM Radyo Patrol Flash Report.
Babalikan po natin si Nico Bagsik mamaya kung meron pang ibang mga updates po. Pero in the meantime, ibalik po natin si Attorney Rico Domingo. Attorney Rico, so we were talking about surprises earlier.
Na-surprise na tayo ngayon.
Ito po ang isang surprise na hindi naman as if it was unexpected. Pero what happens now to the trial kung wala doon or kung nandun si Marcoleta? Attorney.
Tuloy-tuloy po yun. Notwithstanding na assuming na madakip po si Senator Marcoleta, kagaya ng kay Senator Jinggoy, tuloy-tuloy po ito. At sabi nga nung Senate President, walang balakid na dapat ituloy na ito. So whether Senator Marcoleta will be present or not, and even assuming that Senator Bato would by likely event na hindi darating, then tuloy-tuloy po yung hearing because that is the mandate of the Constitution. Upon the commencement of the trial proceedings, then tuloy-tuloy po hanggang matapos po. At I think the Senate had already given the schedules, no? Sa July 6 at 2 p.m. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays until 27 July. Tuloy-tuloy po yan. Ang trial po naman to be held at 3 p.m. thereafter on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays until termination. Wala pong suspension po yun.
You don't think, Attorney Rico, na hindi baka magkaroon tayo ng Senator Bato Part 2 dahil pag nagpakita si Marcoleta sa Senado, baka magkagulo na naman, baka lang naman no, na kung ipapatupad ng PNP or any other branch of government ang pag-aresto kay Marcoleta?
Opo, hindi po natin alisin yon, pero at the same time that will not in any way impede the progress of the trial. So tuloy-tuloy po yan. At I think very clear po ang pronouncements ng Senate leadership na tuloy-tuloy po yan ang kanilang trial.
Opo. Attorney, dapat po ba malaman na natin as early as now yung magiging desisyon ng mga korte kung papayagan nilang maka-attend si Senator Jinggoy considering na siya po ay nakapait na po ngayon?
Discretionary po yan sa court. Pwede pong magkaroon ng representation si Senator Jinggoy, mga abogado niyan, sabihin niya na he would like to continue his function as a senator, notwithstanding the fact that there is a detention order, then pwede pong pahintulutan ng corresponding RTC po yan, Regional Trial Court. But again, it will be dependent on the discretion of the presiding judge.
Ano po ang madalas nating marinig ito, Attorney Rico, no? And when you refer to absent senators, no, yung Senate coercive powers ang siyang masusunod. Can you explain that to us, please, Attorney?
Under the Senate rules on procedure, dapat may subpoena power ang senators, no? Ang senator judges, at sila ay pwede nilang i-compel the presence of the witnesses, no? So yun po yung coercive power po nila. Ngayon medyo naninimbang po ang Senate leadership insofar as compelling the respondent vice president. Nakalagay doon, vice president or its representatives, right? Kung nakikita nyo po yung order. So mukhang tinitimbang po ng Senator yon kasi masyado po namang sabihin na the Senate, the Vice President herself should immediately appear. Now, as to whether that would be advantageous for the Vice President, the respondent, then nasa sa strategiya po yan ng mga kanyang mga abogado. But nonetheless, makikita po naman ng mga tao kung anong nangyayari at sasabihin nila, akala ko ba gusto niya magpakita ng kanyang ebidensya at she herself can clarify the accusations of the prosecution, then doon po makikita po ng tao yan because this is actually a high stake proceeding and therefore the people will be watching exactly what have the decorum would be and deportment.
Okay, once and for all po, kapag ang pinag-uusapan ay yung mga nakadetining mga senador, one of them being Jinggoy, no, and possibly Marcoleta, ano po, meron po bang kapangyarihan ang Senado with their quote-unquote coercive powers to mandate na mag-attend ng trial itong dalawang senador?
Pakikinggan po yan ng Regional Trial Court judges, I think. Pakikinggan po yan. At pwede nilang pahintulutan yan but under very strict security measures. Nangyari na po dati yan. At pwedeng mangyari po ulit ngayon. Lalong-lalo na, sabi ko lang po kanina, high stake po ang pinag-uusapan natin dito. We are actually contending with the ability and the status of a vice president, the second highest official of the land. So pwede pong paunlakan ng Regional Trial Court po yan na naghahawak ng kaso ni Senator Jinggoy.
Opo. Attorney, mukhang napagdesisyon na po ng mga senator judges na wag nang buksan sa impeachment trial yung kahon na naglalaman ng tax records ni VP Sara. Malaki po ba itong magiging drawback on the part of the prosecution?
Hindi po natin mapapangunahan ang prosecution gawa ng ang onus, ang burden na dapat nilang ipresenta would be sa kanila po. Nakatuon sa kanila ang burden. So hindi sila maaaring mangyari lang na pababayaan po nila at they will depend on the weakness of the defense. No? Itong klaseng prosecution dapat will depend on the strength of the prosecution and the piece of evidence, testimonial and documentary ang pipresenta ng prosecution. Hindi maaaring mahina ang defensa then kakaroon ng conviction. Hindi maaari po yon. So kung ang kanilang sa pantaha ay kailangang hindi na buksan at pwede lang pabayaan nilang nakaklose lang yon, nasa kanila po yon. Pero ating remember that the Senate President or the officer and even the Senate judges can't compel the opening of the boxes. If they believe in the evaluation of the pieces of evidence presented by the prosecution and the defense, kailangan buksan yun, pwedeng itutos yun and may kapangyarihan ng Senate judges na buksan yun on their own.
Opo.
On their own. Pwede po nilang pabuksan yun. Hindi kailangan na sasabihin pa sa prosecution. But again, ang dapat nito, ang prosecution mismo ang magbibigay ng judgment kung ipepresenta pa nila yung sealed box na yun.
So ibig sabihin, hindi pa final and executory, kumbaga, yung pagiging sarado nitong BIR box na ito. Somewhere along the way, it can be opened.
Yes, in fact, may reservation po yata ang prosecution. At the same time, may reservation din ang respondent na if there will be any other pieces of evidence they will present, they are reserving to present them later on.
Okay. Substantial questions and substantial answers. Attorney Rico, we will have you later on. Pero in the meantime, we will pause for another round of reports. Ano po? Pero in the meantime, maraming salamat po sa inyo and then we'll talk to you again later. Thank you, Attorney Rico.
Okay, salamat din sa inyo.
Thank you, Attorney. Good morning.
Thank you.
Ang ating past president ng Philippine Bar Association at chairman ng Movement Against Disinformation, Attorney Rico Domingo, joining us. Mamaya-maya po makakasama natin si Nico Bagsik para ipakita nga po yung mga nangyayari na dyan sa Sandigan Bayan. Samantala, hihinga muna tayo kaunti. Ito po ang programa Balita Patay.